I am participating in the Baie-Saint-Paul International Symposium of Contemporary Art. Hi, I'm Annaliese. I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand. I am a ceramicist. I've worked in the field of art therapy for like 10 years now with the idea that art is healing. And I started working with clay and found that I was in need of healing as well, and like through the process of working with clay, discovered a lot about myself and did like a lot of healing and have incorporated that into my own practice more than I ever did before. And like the subject matter that I'm super interested in is golems, which I can introduce. It's a mythological creature in Judaism. They're kind of a mirror, like you put an intention into them or assign a task to them. They themselves are a neutral being, and then they will mirror back at you whatever that task or intention is. A big part of what I'm really inspired by and want to talk about in my art is community and identity and my place in the world. Like where I'm disconnected and where I'm connected, and figuring out like who I am and how I can benefit my community, which relates to like making golems and how they can be destructive or creative. And I'm choosing to make them like a whole space for building community and whole space for all of our cultures and whole space for all our different parts, because I don't believe that we are just an individual. And I am made up of all of my ancestors and my family and my friends and my cultures, my communities. Like I'm Jewish and I was the only Jewish kid. And I also have family that has, you know, my nana was born and raised in Fiji. And I sort of struggled to figure out my place and always felt a little bit like confused as to where I fit in. And that also came into like gender identity and sexuality and realizing that I was kind of trying to fit this box and didn't feel grounded in my communities because I wasn't grounded in myself. And so working with clay literally ground myself because it is the ground. So I think the like desire came from wanting to feel like I have my place and that the people around me can feel safe around me as well. And it's been a really beautiful experience just talking with members of the public, just complete strangers that come in and letting them into your world that is like quite personal, especially if we are kind of talking about identity. But it creates space to then have really beautiful connections with people. Interactions with people where they don't really speak English, but they'll look at my golem and say, it's like a family. And I'm like, you got it, like this is done.